up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is ASAP Relli, you know the guy that sued ASAP Rocky and lost horribly in LA court. Yeah, but guess what? At that time, everybody thought he might get a bag, and literally nobody knew that Rihanna was with child, right? But at that time, I really thought he might get a bag because even Johnny Depp's old lawyers had jumped on board to represent him in the civil trial. Well, as you guys know, it went horribly. And when that left, Captain Jack Sparrow's lawyers were like, yeah, we'll see you. We ain't got time. We thought you had a case, but you kind of fell apart on trial. And it really don't matter whether you were telling the truth or not. We couldn't prove it, so we just gonna skate on over, right? Well, guess what? ASAP Relli said, I don't care. And he decided to represent himself in court for a defamation case in civil court against ASAP Rocky. Now, part of the embarrassing things that came out is that he was ASAP Rocky's biggest hater and was so jealous that he was dating Rihanna. And I guess he lost his mind when him and Rihanna had a baby, even though I think they actually might have gotten married. Remember that video where they were in the thing? I think that was actually like, I'm in love with you or whatever. I think that was actually their wedding, but we'll come back to that, right? Anyway, he said, guess what? I'm going to represent myself and get this money. And this is good because I don't even got to pay the lawyer 30%. Well, guess what? Even that judge in that case literally urged them to reconsider the defamation claims against ASAP Rocky. He literally said, listen, just cut your losses, my guy. Listen, this was the saddest but funniest thing I've ever heard. And I don't understand, why is ASAP Rocky going after him? Because did ASAP Rocky ever defame him? I think the internet defamed him. Well, not defamed him, but clowned him. The internet clowned him. The internet said that it looked like he was lying. The internet said that his case was weak, but I don't ever recall ASAP actually saying two words about it except for he's innocent. He didn't do it. And because the court of law said he didn't do it, you really can't go back and try to hit him with defamation because a jury of his peers deemed that ASAP was not guilty. Anyway, let's get in this, right? Okay, so here's the thing. The judge told ASAP Rocky that he needs to consider dropping his defamation lawsuit against ASAP Rocky before the upcoming ruling that could leave him on the hook for Rocky's substantial legal fees. Now, it is not unusual in legal cases, especially when the other side makes it known, I'm going to come after you for legal fees if this doesn't go in your way, for the judge to urge people. So, for instance, I don't know. If it was, for instance, I can't think of a legal thing because lately the legal system has been kooky, spooky, all around hooky, and it just seems like the devil is walking on this earth. But the judge will say if it looks like you're going to win, no matter what side you're on, they'll tell the other side you might want to reconsider because based off of what I see is not going. Now, you don't have to listen to what the judge says, but it's not a good thing. Anyway, listen to what the judge actually says. He said, I would urge you to contact the other side and see if a deal can be made. Maybe in exchange for dismissing the lawsuit, they'll drop their claim for fees. Maybe it's time to cut your losses. He warned that if Rocky prevails with his pending motion to dismiss the case on free speech grounds, something he signaled was likely, Relli could be facing upwards of $50,000 in fees owed to ASAP Rocky and his lawyer, Joe Tacopino. Now, let me just say this, and this is a side note. Joe Tacopino did a great job in ASAP Rocky's case. Or was it district attorney just that bad? Here's my reasoning for saying that. What's going on with Wendy's case? What is going on with Wendy's case? Because that conservatorship has been handing Wendy her patootie. And you can argue that she has early stage dementia or some type of cognitive decline, but not to the point of her whole life needs to be managed. It doesn't seem like he's making much waves on the Wendy Williams case, but maybe it's more complicated than we think. I don't understand how they couldn't get independent medical experts. Why don't we have to go with the medical experts that the court and the conservatorship always uses? But, That case is still ongoing. Anyway, Joe Tacopino said, I'm not talking chump change here. It could be tens of thousands easily. Tens of thousands for what? How you are going against a guy that has a dumb claim that's representing himself. How much did you really bill? Why do I feel like Joe Tacopino is just making up numbers? But whatever. He appeared by phone at the hearing. Uh, he told the court that his team of high-powered lawyers stopped representing him after the criminal court jury found Rocky not guilty of bond. He said, I've already invested over $500,000. I paid my prior law firm, Shepard Mullen, and they left me at the last minute. So now I'm stuck on my own. I'm just fighting for my rights here. ASAP Relli had $500,000? I'm reading this real time. And he paid his lawyers $500,000? My guy, if there was ever a time to leave somebody on red, if there was ever a time to dodge a bill collector, if there was ever a time to be like, yo, we got to get it where we fitted, it would be when you have pretty much blacklisted yourself from the industry, because between Rihanna and ASAP Rocky, who is going to go against them or going to do you a favor and get on their bad side, right? But then also, and this is the crazy part, this is the part that I think is most crazy. If you're blacklisted and you can't get a job and all this stuff is going on, and I'm not saying they blacklist, but you get what I'm saying. Like, the industry is all about connections. Nobody wants to be the one that hires their ops, I would imagine. And you can't get another job, and then you have $500,000 in your bank account and you pay that to the law firm and they still said they ain't going to represent you. Man, listen, I pay my bills and my credit is good. But I don't know. I don't know. They would have been like, catch me if you can, like the gingerbread man. What? Oh my God, you're never going to believe it. A Nigerian prince said if I sent this $500,000 over to this account in the Cayman Islands, and they would have been like, Tisa, your name's on the account. Is it? Oh my God. Please. I would have been talking about the Lord says, thou shalt not pay legal fees. I don't know if I would have paid that $500,000, but anyway, let's get back into this, right? He said, speaking slowly and deliberately, the judge repeatedly tried to break down the legal issues behind Rocky's pending anti-SLAPP motion. He said, and this is for people that want to, if you want to sue over what people said and it's their opinion or if they're clowning you, right? He said the law is so harsh that Rocky, born Rakeem Myers, and Tacopino could seek legal fees even if he can't dismiss his case immediately. He said, this is what he told him, Mr. Efron, that's Relli, listen to me carefully, okay? This is a very, very highly technical motion. It has to do with the First Amendment. They have to show this is a matter of public interest. They probably will show that. So if somebody is talking about you, you have to show it was a matter of public interest, like the Diddy trial. I'm pretty sure they will. I think your case has gotten some press, okay? And I know that Mr. Myers was recently acquitted. Maybe you can reflect upon this case and what you want to do. The judge said it was still possible that he might rule in Relli's favor, but again, he warned that Relli was the underdog. He said that Relli might be throwing good money after bad if he persists. The California anti-SLAPP statute was designed to give defendants a way to mount early challenges to frivolous lawsuits seeking to chill their free speech. Defendants bringing the motion must first convince the court that their speech was a matter of public concern. If they can, plaintiffs must then step in and convince the court they already have ample admissible evidence proving they were defamed even before any discovery in the case. The judge said it's a very, very high bar. You guys, what do you think about this? I mean, honestly, Relli, let it go. Let it go. He got more money. He got Rihanna. He got a not guilty. And you don't even have lawyers. But at this point, if he does let it go, like the judge said, they still might get him for legal fees. And judging by the way Relli tried to take Rihanna's husband, away for umpty many years when she was heavily pregnant with their third child. Yeah, exactly. All right, y'all.